Cheers.
Welcome back to Thailand.
Oh yes. Coming back to Thailand. So today I want to take you along and show you an honest impression of how the city is right now. I have been earlier this year and I have to tell you, things have truly changed. So a tour through the city, show you the apartment I'm staying right now. Let's get into it. So Europe is getting a bit colder right now. After a couple of stops, I decided to head back to Southeast Asia. And the first stop, Bangkok. Make it a bit of a base, see how it is. Actually, at first I just arrived a couple of days ago and I wasn't sure if I want to stay. Well, the last time I have been here properly, it was still a bit quiet. You still were required to wear masks and things like that. So today I want to give you a bit of a tour. It's a Sunday, it's fairly busy. Special guest, Amazon coffee supplier.
I thought it's me.
Yes, it's you. You're the supplier. Let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Thailand.
Oh yes. Want to give them the information you're not from Thailand?
I'm totally not from Thailand. It's true.
So let's go for a bit of a walk through the city center. So this is the, what is it, Central World? Central World Mall. They're already pulling up the Christmas decoration in the back. Gonna walk through the main Siam Mall. The very first time I came to Bangkok, like I think 4 years ago, the first time I walked here, I was really blown away. These days it kind of like doesn't look as busy. You kind of get used to it after a while, but probably one of my, let's say, favorite parts if you want to feel a little bit the energy, the life of the city, the noise.
I remember when we just came here, huh?
Yeah, what?
When we just came here in the last Christmas, the whole world was still very quiet.
Oh yeah. So walking around outside, I would say the biggest thing that clearly changes just the fact of how busy it is. You don't have to wear masks anymore. So still a lot of people, let's say, choose to do so, if you will. Okay guys, the sun is slowly starting to set. We're in this really interesting area. So there are so many malls. On the one side it looks super futuristic, at the same time a bit gritty with the subway kind of passing through. And as I said, later I want to show you the apartment I'm staying right now, which made me thought it would be a good moment to tell you about today's video sponsor, Paysend. So Paysend makes it easy to send money all over the world, over 170 different currencies, so over 170 different countries. So be it sending money to a friend, paying for something, it makes it so much easier. So you see, for me personally, especially when I'm in Thailand, I got the question, I cannot tell you how many times, be it renting a scooter, renting an apartment, also in this case the apartment, they want to have the money in Thai baht. Recently I've been in Malaysia, the Malaysian ringgit. Wherever I am, obviously they have their own currency. It makes it just so much easier. So you go into the app store, you get the Paysend app, and it literally takes a couple of minutes to set everything up, and then you're good to go to make a transfer. And you see, back in the day with traditional banking, making a transfer like that, first of all, can be fairly expensive, and also the exchange rate is usually not quite, let's say, the official one. And on Paysend, on the one hand, the fees are completely transparent, and with my code DANNY3, you can get 3 transactions completely for free with an even better exchange rate. So just make sure to use the DANNY3. In terms of security, everything is verified by Visa and MasterCard, so there's nothing to worry about. I cannot tell you how many times I got the question in Thailand if I can send them money in Thai baht. And while a few years ago it might have been an issue with a service like Paysend, and becomes very quick and easy to get done. So at the end of the day, be it sending money to a friend, to relatives abroad, paying for a service, a tool like Paysend has your back. So we are in the busy city of Bangkok. Make sure to stick around for the apartment tour. For now, let me take you for a bit of a, let's say, sunset tour. So this is the Siam Mall area. So one of them is called Siam Discovery, the other one is Siam Paragon, and the infamous MBK Center is over there. How would you describe this place?
Most busy area in the whole Bangkok.
Yeah.
Lots of attractions.
So basically, some people like to call it the fake market of Bangkok. They have absolutely everything in there. For 30 minutes. So guys, this is known as the MBK Mall. Pretty much you could say the most old school place. They're selling bags here, suitcases, also let's say a lot of very original things straight from the factory, of course. You know, that's how they market it. Everything original here, right?
Super original.
Yes. Knockoffs basically. It's very famous for that. There's like 5 different levels, electronics, things like that. Personally, I would be in the market for a backpack. Don't know if we're gonna have the time for today. So we are swimming a little bit inside of the backpack section here. So actually quite some nice stuff. What do you think?
Looks just like the one we have right now.
That's usually how I go. Just keep rebuying the same stuff. What do you think?
Honestly, it looks pretty sick.
But yeah, it's nice to see. As I said, it's kind of like an interesting mix of futuristic and kind of like old at the same time. So they have the subway passing through, but around it they have built a lot of like lights, and just generally also you see it on the streets. You have like super nice and modern cars. Every once in a while you see like a Ferrari or whatever driving by. It's not uncommon in Bangkok at all, while at the same time you have the super old buses. But to share with you in terms of, let's say, how is Bangkok now? Like the first time I have been here after COVID a year ago, it has been very quiet. There has been security everywhere. People have been masked up with like, basically it has not been very enjoyable to stroll around Bangkok. 4 months ago it has been already much better, but still, now it's really back to normal. You can enter Thailand without any restrictions, which for me personally, I really like to see. Like some countries still require you to have some documentation. Thailand, anybody can come.
Not at all, right?
Yeah.
Not even like
nothing.
The vaccine.
Yeah. So in terms of that, I really support the policy. They're fully open for tourism. And I feel like you already see it on the streets. Like it's super busy. Perhaps in the more of a high season it's going to be even busier. But yeah, Bangkok is fully back at its best. So guys, good morning from the apartment here in Bangkok. Just thought we'd give you a quick tour. This place is like super enjoyable for the past week. So the apartment goes for like, we pay 750 bucks. I think in long-term rental it probably would be more affordable, but we got a kitchen, we got a nice living room. You can give them a little spin. And I would say it's not about the apartment that much. It's about outside, co-working gym. I'm gonna show you in a second. So bathroom, so it's kind of like a one-bedroom apartment. And before we're gonna head out, as promised, I'll show you, let's say, the co-working, where most of the time has been actually spent in the gym. So in terms of routine, they even have like a huge massage chair here. In terms of having a nice routine, this place has been absolutely amazing. It's called Kawa House on Airbnb. I think there's 1 or 2 listings. I'll do my best to try to link it for you guys. And of course, this super peaceful view here. Why do I call it peaceful? If you close the window, it's super quiet. You have a bit of a lake view. So guys, I'm considering if you would want me to do like a full apartment tour, show a little bit my day-to-day life, go into the gym, productivity routine, the co-working setup, let me know down below. I'm considering. So guys, let me give you a quick impression of the home in Bangkok here. So you can find her here at the coffee machine. And this is kind of like a nice indoor. So what I love about Thailand is they really know how to make a good condo building. So a lot of greenery, feels really nice and comfortable. This is the gym here. I wish it would be 24/7. I don't know why it isn't, but let me take you in real quick. So like long-term rental, I'm sure would be more affordable even, and probably maybe for the same price you can get a bigger apartment, but just because of all the amenities. So dumbbells go up to 25 kg. Most of the time is also fairly quiet here, so this is kind of like the cardio area. Very stylish. Let's head out again. So 2 entrances. Here's a lake. There's like more, let's say, regular residential buildings, and also a really nice pool. But I mean, come on guys, this is like almost like a 4-star, almost 5-star hotel. I would say very much extremely good value. To be fair, I haven't spent much time by the pool yet, but the place where I certainly did spend a lot of time is the co-working, which I would say really could be charging like however much a day. Yeah, this is the walk to the co-working, and they call this place kind of like a resort style condo. And you really can tell, usually during the week it's fairly busy, the co-working. We'll see how it is right now. for a little second. Boom. So coming in, there's a bit more private capsules. This is usually where you can find me at the big table. And sometimes here in the back, you can kind of close it. Some people who go back here, they like to close the door to have a little bit more privacy. But yeah, this is the co-working, usually nice and quiet. And this is where most of the time here is being spent. Okay guys, and so this has been the base for a bit already in Bangkok. I think we'll stay here for 3 months, for 3 weeks, maybe close to a month. And yeah, just in terms of like getting into a nice flow, having a nice productive lifestyle, you got everything you need here. We're a little bit, maybe not far, but like a good bit outside of the city center. But if you don't, you know, like leave too often, are really nice. Don't know.
Well, it's on your wrist.
Okay. 2 p.m.
Well, yeah, it's our car.
Let's go. We'll take the car to the MRT. It's 1:55. So this is how the units look. For some reason they made the decisions to drop all the packages that are coming onto the apartments right in front of it. So there's always a horde of packages, main entrance, and they got this shuttle bus. All right, so here is the subway shuttle. Or what is it? It's not subway, it's
BTS.
BTS. So overall in the area there's a lot of pretty nice apartment buildings. It's kind of like a complex made of them, 5 or 6. And so just got off the BTS here on the bridge, heading to the icon Siam Mall. So last time I was here, and for one reason it became kind of like really one of my favorite areas. I'll tell you about later. Here's a bit loud, but just standing here on the bridge. So here's the river. This over there is the hotel from the Bangkok movie, from the Hangover too, exactly. And this building, actually I didn't know, is a huge abandoned building. And somebody got in a lot of trouble, I was reading, because they were like filming a vlog around there. So the view is supposed to be pretty good, but might get thrown in prison if you want to go there, so you know. So guys, we're heading right now to like a super modern mall, and on the way there you are seeing the old school. So here's like a scrap metal gym. There is guys getting it on over there. And actually it looks pretty promising. Hello! Nice! The boys are getting the gains in case I will be in the area again. No, seriously, I love places like that. Okay, so this is actually quite impressive. Here's like a proper, fully equipped, somewhat scrap metal, somewhat like a proper bench press here. Seriously, looks pretty cool. There's even a mirror, so you can get your flex on here. Can go for a round of chess. And so here we are, the icon Siam Mall, probably my favorite mall in Thailand, not just because of the building itself, but just kind of like the vibe outside. So you see the whole, at least my favorite part of the skyline of Bangkok, the Naha, not sure about the name, but it's the tallest tower in Thailand right there. And last time around actually we stayed, wow, now I'm just seeing this cloud, looks like, wow, it's pulling over here. So the view from there, the Millennium Hotel, was really cool. And we're gonna go up there. There's a nice cafe, also a nice food court. So the icon Siam Mall, if you're just in the city for a couple of days, just want to enjoy the view, you could even, there's like the viewpoint on top of the tallest structure, but also the view up there is also something. So whenever I'm taking a bit of a day trip, taking a bit of a day off out of the co-working at the apartment, this is where I like to come. Seriously, it looks a bit surreal, the view, right?
Yeah. Especially this tallest building in Bangkok. Like whenever you see it, it's like, is this even real? It just looks sick.
Thank you for my Bangkok video title. Is this even real? There we go. So gonna be going in right now for lunch. So super fancy entrance here into the icon Siam. So when you walk in, it's a super fancy mall, but at the back there's also actually a fairly, let's say, kind of like street food, but in a super fancy modern mall. They like to do that in Bangkok, which I really like, and the prices also reflect that. So this is kind of like more like bigger chains here, and let's see what is there. It's called souk actually. It's kind of like market. Let's check it out. So walking through the food court here of the icon Siam, the interesting thing is that the prices actually are almost like at any like street food court, even though the mall is really new. So yeah, pretty much no matter where you're gonna go in Thailand, this is gonna be, whoa, there's some event also. Alright, you're gonna get a quick soup here. Hello, can I have a number 2? Yeah, one. Look at that. Okay guys, so we are on the lookout viewpoint, I think level 7 of the icon Siam Mall. Have to say, here it's just properly like a viewpoint where in some places in Bangkok you have to pay like 15 bucks to get that view. So yeah, really nice to have checked out the area. In my opinion, kind of like the lake and just seeing the skyline of Bangkok from here really gives you a better feeling, lets you appreciate just kind of like in many ways futuristic skyline much more. And just to talk a bit more about Bangkok, like how is it right now? Is it finally like back to life? And I have to tell you, even though last time I was here like 4 or 5 months ago, it was already fairly busy, but just if you look at the hotels, you see a huge difference. So I was just actually like, wow, look at the Sheraton, like almost all the lights in the hotel rooms are on. I look at all the other hotels, much busier, and also Bangkok feels like it. Full of people from all over the world. Because it's such a big city, it doesn't feel like super touristy unless you go into the super touristy areas. And generally for me, just to be back in the country, I like to have Thailand as a base. Usually I spend here around 3 months a year in the last 2 years at least. Now, if you want to stay up to date with me, see where I am right now, you're welcome to join me on Instagram as well. Also make sure to check out Paysend if you are in need of sending any type of transfer to a friend, paying for something, apartment, being on the road generally. Paysend very often I think comes in hand, especially because you can send it in over 170 different currencies. All of that will be linked below. And for me personally, I think also I'm gonna do a little bit of a new fresh Thailand tour, go to some places I haven't been before. Maybe Pattaya, never been there, big city, maybe get a condo there for a week, just check it out because it's such a popular city. Not sure if I'm gonna like it. If you have been down below, you can let me know. All of that is coming very soon in the next couple of days. And you too, got a world to see.
Around 6 years ago, I realized that there is so much more beyond the borders of what you're familiar of. Got a World to See was born, and it is all about living and traveling through different countries, all under the premise of finding more. More opportunity, more adventure, and more freedom.